Howdy, howdy, and welcome to another wonderful trash take. I'm just going to come out and say, cancel culture in America is officially dead. RIP cancel culture. You had a good run, 2016 to 2025. America's back, baby. America's back. So, to give you some context why cancel culture is dead, in the past few weeks, the American left has had absolute meltdown trying to jump from one thing to another, trying to get people canceled and destroyed. Start with Elon Musk and his Nazi salute. That was a really big upsetty spaghetti for the lefties, and they absolutely have had multiple meltdowns. Elon Musk has talked about suing, but I think it's one of those of where they're kind of insinuating it, not flat out saying it, so it's more people are running with it, and don't really know if you could sue for that. I'd be curious to see if he actually does anything in court. Recently, the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, which was actually renamed from a different department created under Obama to upgrade the tech. So the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE as Elon Musk likes to call it, was actually a department made under the Obama administration, which basically just got a name slap and hired a bunch of temporary staffers with the agenda to go through all of the different agencies and look through their tech and basically upgrade their tech. And in the process, Elon's also taken the courtesy to make sure that there's no frivolous spending that are directly against executive orders. So he's ensuring that a bunch of payments to, I'd say, DEI and woke stuff is going to die. And yeah, I actually mean woke. Like half the shit they're sending it to is like to teach gay arts to African children, to do a trans play in Ireland. It's like random shit like that for a couple $1,000s here and there. And then some big penny stuff like sending $3 million or $300 million to Afghanistan's agriculture, which all they grow in Afghanistan is fucking opium. All growing out there is drugs. And there's a bunch of stuff too, like a Hamas cement factory or a Gaza company to build a cement factory, which is basically used to make the tunnels that they're running terroristic cells through. Like it's U.S. aid has basically just been sending money willy-nilly, no matter what the president says, no matter what the agenda is, because they consider it under their discretion to who to fund based on whatever current guidance their leadership tells them and whatever they feel like, honestly. So the left's been having an absolute meltdown that Elon Musk is going through there with his team and actually seeing where US dollars are going and seeing that they're directly against what the president ordered a few weeks ago, basically to stop DEI. A lot of stuff's getting canceled. And in the process to do so, the leftists are freaking out because for once the government's trying to cut spending. Their whole argument is basically they don't have access to do this. It's a bunch of kids. They shouldn't be able to look through everyone's stuff. My counter argument is they're government workers, just like every other government worker. They're getting full access to all your social security numbers, your home, your address, your full name, all that shit. They already have access to it. Hell, China already has access to it. It's like once every 6 months or something, some major agency comes out and says, yeah, half of America's social security numbers, their full date of birth and their home address just got hacked. Like, I really don't understand the feigned ignorance here of, oh my God, these kids can't see it. More than likely, they signed a contractual agreement to never do anything with it. Or if they do, go to jail for the rest of their life. If not, they probably should have. Be a downfall of America, I'm sure. Anyways, back to the points. The whole reason why I'm saying cancel culture is dead is because I saw something I didn't think was going to happen. One of the Doge employees, basically they're all a bunch of kids, 16 or 18 to 24 from what I'm seeing is the age range, which unfortunately I'm outside of. I couldn't work at Doge if I wanted to. I do auditing, and I thought that this would be something cool to audit, but no, unfortunately. Anyways, back on point. One of the people under Elon Musk recently got doxxed by some journalist for having an old Twitter account, which is currently deleted, and I believe was deleted before he started his position. Could be kind of wrong there. The timeline's a little iffy for me. But his name was Big Balls. That's what he went by, was Big Balls. So if you keep seeing something about Big Balls, unfortunately, that is his name, Big Balls. He's got some big balls, too. He was posting stuff like normalize Indian hate. And it was absolutely looked like a shitpost account is basically what it looked like. Like, he was a burner. It was a burner account for him to shitpost, and eventually he deleted it, but he still got exposed for having it at some point. Because this kid was such a good shitposter and went by such a funny pseudonym, CNN actually has now made probably one of the funniest clips I've seen of them exposing his name. So I'll show that now.
Yes, so this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online, so that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge, and we looked into his background. And so we found, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.Sexy LLC, which he established in 2021. He would have been around 16 years old. Now, this LLC controls dozens of web domains.
Yes, they are confirming that he's 19, but they also says 25-year-old at the bottom on their headline, so I'm not really too sure about that. I think he said something else that was kind of edgy, but the only one I remember is the normalize Indian hate, not stop Indian hate, normalize Indian hate. But yeah, that's the funniest thing I've seen come out of this. I don't know how old these tweets are. If they were made last week, I'd be a little concerned. If they were made 2 years ago while he was still in high school and he was 17, I genuinely don't care. He should have been on the internet anyways. If you're under 18, you're on the internet, you're a fucking idiot. Anyways, he got fired. But, and I mean but, everyone on the right's been in an outrage because this is exactly the same gameplay the left did back in 2016. You do anything they don't like, they'll pull up tweets from your past and try to get you fired and canceled and thrown out of existence. So he did get fired. But Elon Musk is pulled on Twitter, and it sounds like Trump's also agreed to bring him back on and have a talk with him to make sure he understands that this kind of stuff isn't right. And even JD Vance came out with some banger tweets basically saying, yes, people make mistakes, but the whole point of America going forward is to basically forgiveness. It's teaching forgiveness. We don't need to ruin people's careers for a mistake that they made in the past years ago, which I assume is years ago. I'm kind of abridging this here. Either way, I'm in agreement. Like I genuinely don't think if you're shit posting something like normalize Indian hate, because right now it's kind of funny, that you should be banned off the internet forever. I mean, people are making absolute death threats and they're being highly regarded by the left. Now the left's all of a sudden mad that someone makes a shit post of stop or normalize Indian hate. Jesus Christ, throw your emotional blackmail somewhere else. This shit's fucking stupid at this point. They've used so much emotional blackmail in America, and that's the new buzzword. Sorry, it is. It's the new buzzword right now, and people are just straight up tired of it. You're basically getting called Hitler, racist, no matter what you do. So even if you do something racist, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get called racist anyways. It's been interesting to see, but yeah, it seems like that this kid's actually going to be brought back on. Elon Musk put a poll on his Twitter earlier, and it was like 70% yes, 30% no. And of course, it isn't like, oh, official, but it's Elon Musk. He abides by the Twitter polls. I think at one point when he took over Twitter, he said, if I make a poll, I will go with whatever direction the poll says. And I think that was for him being the president of Twitter or keeping direct control over Twitter. I think it actually went no. So now there's some other lady that's technically the president of Twitter, but it's running the company essentially. He's still on Twitter shit posting all the time. But on the side note, Kanye West is also back on Twitter dropping absolute bangers. And by absolute bangers, I'm shit posting. That's how you know it's him though. That's how you know it's a Kanye tweet. That's how you know it's a Kanye tweet. Ignore my tweet there. I'm an idiot. I just thought this was fucking hilarious. But yeah, Kanye's been having an absolute normal one on Twitter these past 24 hours, I'd say. And most of these tweets are now deleted and like completely gone. You can sort of click into them, but you can't actually search them. If you go to his account, they just like totally don't appear. Kanye has been on lockdown, I guess. And a bunch of them are even getting destroyed for violating posts. Like, yeah, he's dropping slurs. He's doing Kanye things. He's been racist to Jews for a while. I say racist, anti-Semitic. Is it racist? Is Jew a race or is it a religion? Can you call a Jewish person racist? Or is that why they call it anti-Semitic? Because it's not really a race, it's a religion. But they seem like they go hand in hand. I don't know how this works. I genuinely don't care. Kanye truly believes that the Jews run the world, and he wants everyone to know that. Whether or not you believe that, I don't care. They basically have their hands in America's pocket, though. That's for damn sure. A lot of this money that people are seeing coming from USAID also has a lot of it going to Israel and Tel Aviv. I think that's the main city in Israel. I don't know how that country works. I'm American. I barely know anything outside Texas, Florida, and California. Amen, brother. Like I said, Kanye's been having a normal one here, but he's also been dropping some Dracula flow lines. I saw a banger. Yeah, I turned down three photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. Oh yeah. Absolute banger. Absolute banger. Cancel culture is officially dead in America. Welcome back, boys. If you've been hiding on the internet for a while, feel free to speak your mind. You'll probably still get banned, I'll be honest. Some people are just straight up racist. And like I said, with the normalized Indian hate, if the context of that is him shit posting, then I could see I'd be okay with it. If he's just straight up, I hate Indians, that's a little different. I don't know the true context of it. I don't care. If the one tweet I've seen of it saying normalize Indian hate to me is just fucking hilarious to see that. I know with that whole H-1B shit going down the other week between Elon and Vivek basically got canned for it because he spoke up a little too much that Americans are stupid and retarded and we need to import foreigners. And then Elon said the same thing. Americans are stupid and retarded. We need to import foreigners. But for some reason, Elon was forgiven, but Vivek wasn't. I guess because Elon's rich, honestly. I thought Vivek was pretty rich too from him scamming some healthcare company. I believe he tried to front off that he had some cure to Alzheimer's. I could be wrong here. Look into Vivek if you want to. There's some interesting stuff about a previous company that he used to run that he made I think like a couple $100 million off of before he sold his stock. I'm kind of unsure. I didn't really fact check any of this. I just saw it and thought, that's kind of funny. But anyways, cancel culture's done. Kanye West is back. Big Balls is returning to Doge, and Doge is, I think, now in the Department of Education or the Department of Defense. And then I saw Trump say he wants him to audit the Pentagon, which, if I remember correctly, I don't think the Pentagon's passed an audit ever. I think the last time they were close to was 9/11, and then I think 9/11 happened to take out the records wing that had all of the data they needed to audit, which, is kind of one of those things that just kind of happens. Everyone's like, oh no, how tragic, you can't audit us anymore. Oh no. Yeah. Anyways, Cancel culture's done, boys. America's fully back. We've made America great again. Now I think it's make Europe great again. I don't give a fuck about Europe. I'll be quite honest. I don't want to take in Canada either. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm a true blood American. I bleed red, white, and blue, brother. I piss Bud Light and I drink Miller Lite. Yeah. This shit's funny to me. Cancel culture being dead is something I've waited for a while, just because I thought it was always asinine how if you post something online, leftists will make actual death threats and then act woo, everything's fine, it's okay. But then you post something that's like, maybe we shouldn't have this person as president. And then you'll be called racist and people will send your tweets to your family and send their tweets to your coworkers and send your tweets to your business and say, do you support this? He thinks that maybe we shouldn't have this person here. I think he's racist for it. And most companies, they just want to avoid any sort of like confrontation. So they'll normally just like kind of fire you no matter what it is. So that's all I got today. I thought this one was fucking hilarious to see a guy named Big Balls got doxxed for some funny old tweets, and then now he's back already because everyone's like, fuck cancel culture. We don't want them to have a stance at this time, which is that's basically the main tweets I was seeing about 16 hours ago after he was coming out. It's like, no, we're not going to let leftist journalists who don't give a fuck and totally just want to ruin people's lives drop hit pieces on someone after they've deleted an account and clearly have tried to distance themselves from it because it's not something they either no longer believe or they made it and they don't believe it anymore. The whole point is if he's actually racist, then yeah, he probably shouldn't be there. And before you start typing, if you say anything about this and don't see this part of the video, you're a fucking retard. Either way, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, later.